Triple H made sure The Rock knows who runs this place. If you smell what the helms is cooking. People, this is exactly what we wanted WWE to be. There's a lot of drama, a lot of realism, breaking the fourth wall. It feels like WWE television is must watch again. But you know what? I want to celebrate something. I want to celebrate the fact that these two are not beefing anymore. Since The Rock is on the board now, everybody is united, man. And this is beautiful. 2 general managers, 2 hearts, 4 mega-sized testicles. Now that brings a tear in your eye. Seriously though, it seems like what WWE are going for is WWE management, basically Triple H's team, versus The Rock's team. Not only are we getting a fight between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, we're also getting a fight between Triple H and The Rock. I think this is going to be really interesting. So welcome back to Greatness of SmackDown, and that's how the show kicked off with the CCO of the WWE Triple H. First of all, he bragged about all the views the conference got. He said he's really happy with the WWE right now, but he's here to clear up one thing. Everybody's chanting Rocky sucks. Everybody's chanting Cody. And again, just look at this. Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce in the same ring, no beef whatsoever, and they were actually really friendly during the entire show. So this basically tells me that, you know, The Rock is the bigger issue. So all of these guys united. Triple H says some people don't know their role, which is of course a reference to a certain wrestler, Vladimir Kozlov. Triple H feels like certain people try to assert their authority when they don't really have any. Ooh, go at it, papa. Triple H says, I don't really care where you sit. Again, referencing The Rock. There is one thing that is abundantly clear here, whether people like it or not. The answers come from one place and one place only. And right now you are looking at him. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's all about Triple H. Just like I told you, it seems like this is going to be really interesting. And it's going to be WWE's authority versus basically the bloodline, right? Like Triple H is going to have these guys, Cody, and he's fighting for the roster. While The Rock, The Rock's authority is basically Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, Uso, The Rock, and they're fighting for themselves. They just want to rule WWE and stay as champions and shit. Of course, he announced again that Cody is facing Roman Reigns. People cheered. There are some people that this decision will disappoint them. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you don't like that decision. Man, just go all in. Go all in. Talk about smelly penises. The Rock wants all of these beautiful people in the audience to chant, you have a smelly penis. So here's what we're going to do. This side of the audience will say, wash. And this side of the audience will say, your penis. That's basically every The Rock return promo nowadays. Then Nick Aldis took the microphone and they talked about the World Heavyweight Championship. He was even nice enough to give the microphone to Adam Pearce and announce the competitors. So basically we are getting people from SmackDown and Raw, and I feel like it's fair since Cody is from Raw facing a SmackDown champion. So it seems like, man, I don't want to cry, but these big balls having 2 people are really friendly with each other. They're fair. And it's Randy Orton, Bronson Reed, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, AJ Styles, The Miz, Bobby Lashley, Ivar, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Dominic, LA Knight. Now, you may look at some of these people and feel like they should be in the match, but it's not necessarily possible because they will be facing each other. There is a reason for that as well. We're gonna talk about that in a second. And the first match is Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. We see Drew McIntyre, and again, dude is great on the microphone. Thank you for proving to me with your wallets. You feel the same way about CM Punk. This t-shirt is selling better than CM Punk's t-shirt. Just crazy, but I mean, look, Drew, it's a great shirt. It's a great shirt. We appreciate you being a badass. And Drew McIntyre says he is going to main event WrestleMania, win the World Heavyweight Championship, and be a champion that this company deserves. A champion that's best for business. Bit of a booty liquor, Drew, huh? Bit of a booty liquor. I mean, you know Triple H is standing in that ring, and you're saying things like, I'm going to be best for business. Like, come on, man. Come on, that's booty licking, basically. No, in all seriousness, I hope Drew McIntyre's winning that match. I made an entire video about this, and it seems like we're getting what we wanted. So we got AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. LA Knight was on commentary, which was really entertaining, so I absolutely love this match. What a way to kick off SmackDown, not only with a great promo, that answered some questions or teased something, and of course with a very, very entertaining match with high stakes. Now, you might look at this match and feel like, well, why are these guys fighting? Shouldn't they both be in a match like this? And I do have an answer for that. Why is it not happening? So anyway, LA Knight was hilarious. He put the water bottle on the table and he just poured on AJ's face. And of course, we got AJ fighting with LA Knight, which ultimately cost AJ Styles the match. Drew McIntyre won. He's going to Elimination Chamber. And here's the deal. You might look at AJ and LA Knight and feel like they are going to be in the match, but they won't be, simply because I feel like these two are facing each other at Elimination Chamber, because now it's pretty obvious AJ is going to cost LA Knight the match. We got another qualifier, Bianca Belair versus Michin. So the match was short but pretty entertaining in my opinion, although one of the most predictable matches you could ever imagine. So yes, Bianca Belair took the W right here and she's going to Elimination Chamber. Gotta say though, it became a little bit unpredictable. So what are we getting at WrestleMania? Bianca versus Rhea or Becky versus Rhea? I feel like this could be a really, really good triple threat match, and I'm not necessarily saying that it won't happen. It seems like it's really possible. Not sure how, but it's really possible. Braun Breaker wants an advice from Triple H. He doesn't know what to pick, Raw or SmackDown, but Paul Heyman interrupts, and they didn't necessarily talk about anything, just Paul Heyman announced that they're gonna talk next week when we have Roman Reigns and The Rock. And the way he said it, like, The Rock. Then we see Bayley, and she talked about Damage Control. She appreciates the support from the audience. She was hurt by Damage Control. Everything changed once we got new members in Damage Control. What was interesting about this is that we got Dakota Kai, who didn't attack Bayley last week because she wasn't there, and Bayley is suspicious. She doesn't believe anything. Dakota Kai kinda knew what is happening, but she was in a tough position. She tried to tell Bayley but didn't, and Bayley says, okay, whatever, just tell me where you stand right now. We got Damage Control. Everyone surrounded Bayley. It seems like Dakota Kai is going to attack Bayley, but she didn't. Instead, she targeted Damage Control, so it seems like Bayley and Dakota Kai are on the same page. This segment was great, but I feel like this could be a swerve. I feel like they could easily just set that up. You're going to talk to Bayley, grab a chair, and pretend like you're attacking us and we're just going to leave. Just don't hit us. I know it feels like I'm talking as if wrestling is real. I'm talking about the storyline, right? Like, do I need to explain that? I feel like I don't have to, right? I've seen some comments being like, you don't understand, this is all... I know it's scripted. Kind of figured that out years ago. But this was actually pretty interesting and it's going to be heartbreaking. Once Dakota Kai turns on Bayley, Bayley will be left with nothing. Nada. We got a very good Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate versus DIY match. Winner faces the Judgment Day at Elimination Chamber. Really, really enjoyed this one. As much as I don't get DIY's gimmick, I feel like they're so great yet. When they're together with this goofy ass music, colorful attires, I just don't get it. I don't see Tommaso Ciampa as that guy. I feel like Tommaso Ciampa is that guy who barely washes his balls because he doesn't care, which I love because he's a badass. Maybe not the best analogy. I like Tommaso because he shouldn't wash his balls and stuff. But you probably know what I mean. I look at him more of a Triple H kind of character than, let's say, well, Shawn Michaels type of character. You know what I'm trying to say? So this was really, really entertaining. Lots of action, made it feel important. And of course, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate won the match, which was expected. These two are being pushed to the moon at the moment. And they're so good in the ring, who could complain? They're really, really entertaining. We see Dominic and Kevin Owens announced that I'm gonna be facing you in the qualifying match, and I'm going to do it for the greatest luchador of all time, Rey Mysterio. R-Truth comes in, and he thinks that this is The Miz. You should be careful. Just make sure Nick doesn't see you. Nick Mysterio? Nick Aldis, because Kevin Owens is from Raw. And people chanted, we want Truth, so R-Truth is really, really over again. Makes me so happy. I feel like this is where R-Truth is at its best. Not the goofy comedy with the dance breaks and shit. Why am I keep talking about this for like 5 years now? But this is funny. This is legit funny. Logan Paul doesn't want to compete in Utah in the Elimination Chamber. He should be treated like The Rock. he should be handed opportunities. But then he comes down and says, okay, I see it now. I'm going to become the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. Just out of curiosity, who am I facing? Again, Adam Pearce being a gentleman. This is your show. Announce it, Nick Aldis. You're going to be facing someone you know, The Miz, which is, I'm excited. We're going to see Logan Paul on Raw or SmackDown in a match. That's freaking amazing. For the first time, I believe. I love that idea. And it's a safe option, yet at the same time, this is one of the least interesting matches because we've seen it already. Out of all the possibilities, right? So on Raw, we're getting Bronson Reed versus Bobby Lashley, LA Knight versus Ivar. On SmackDown, we're getting Logan Paul versus The Miz, Kevin Owens versus Dominic Mysterio. Good television. I don't mind. And also on top of that, next week on SmackDown, The Rock is gonna be on the show. We eating good. And in the main event, we saw Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton, another qualifying match. So the story here is Randy Orton came back, he wants the opportunities, he's pretty over right now, all is good. But Sami Zayn also returned to the company, and he feels like he doesn't know where he belongs at this moment. He feels like he's not an underdog again, he's a contender, yet at the same time, he's kinda lost. He doesn't know what he's going to do at WrestleMania, so this is his chance. Well, unfortunately for Sami, after a very entertaining match, and Randy Orton still has it, and also after an amazing RKO, Randy Orton wins the match, so he's all happy, and Sami Zayn leaves just devastated, I guess. The show closes with Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, which is one of the best rivalries of 2020, I believe. So yeah, that was your SmackDown. Sami Zayn left all disappointed. It's going to be interesting what Sami is going to do at WrestleMania. I think from now on, Sami needs to win all the matches and be like, I deserve an opportunity. I deserve an opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship. He's going to fight his way up to the championship match at WrestleMania. That is my prediction unless something changes. Maybe Sami is going to be in the World Heavyweight Championship match, a triple threat match. Nobody knows, but I think this could be a very interesting story. I'm just wondering if WWE could replicate that magic from 2022, which is really, really unlikely. Or was it 23? Well, whatever the case may be. So, thank you for watching this video. Appreciate your time. Like this video, subscribe if you already didn't. I really appreciate that. And make sure to click those notifications on that little bell and click all. I want to hear it all from the Great One. I want to hear it all. That's what you do. That's what you do. Also, bigger dick. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.